Hi there.
Hey, hey, let me change my name up.
Good evening, lovely people.
Hi, good to have you.
Okay.
So,
I thought I'd jump on so you could just do what you need to do.
Yeah, I'll make you. I think we have you for a testimony, right, Fatima?
Yes.
Gotcha. I'll make you. I'll make you. Do you want me to make you host or co-host, Melissa?
Because I'm hopping off.
That's right. Okay. Got it.
I'm starving.
What are you gonna eat?
Italian.
Oh, nice.
I know. Listen, anything that I don't have to cook right now, I'm all for right now. I'm like, Jeff, you need to maybe learn some new skills and cook some new food.
There you go.
Actually, when he does cook, it is pretty good, but it's a very rare occasion.
Yeah, we just cooked in tonight. It was tremendous. She made this salmon with homemade pesto from our garden.
Yum, yum, yum.
Yeah, and then we made corn on the cob. We had like a corn salad. It was pretty.
Ugh.
Well,
I just let Ruffy in because he's a testimonial.
main co-host.
Yep.
Good to see you, Ruffy. Welcome. We'll open up here in a minute. Thank you, everybody, for your help.
Yes. Yep. Appreciate that.
Chicken parm is my.
That's Jeff. That's so Jeff. That is. I'm like, can you try something new? He's like, but then I've never had chicken parm from this place, and he eats the same thing.
It's too good. I mean, it is. Let me change my background. Cool.
I love the VIVINT promotion right now. So awesome.
We have a lot of installs lined up for the upcoming week.
I know. My Rhode Island, we had literally because of COVID-19, they had no installers for 2 months, and I had pending orders up the galore because they were literally doing it was a $5,000 signing bonus for anyone that wants to be a VIVINT installer.
Oh,
okay. That's how bad they needed people to work. And then one of the installers in Connecticut is one of my ETLs. He's like, it sucks. He's like, everyone doesn't want to work because they don't want to expose themselves to COVID-19. He's like, so I have all the orders pending. I'm like, well, talk to them about ACN, by the way.
There you go. Yep.
Oh, yeah. I will speed up the countdown timer too. That way I don't have to pay the full 5 minutes. We could do like 2 minutes.
Yeah.
And then, no.
That's kind of what they do with the ACN ones too, right?
Kind of. It just depends on how fast we, launch the event. If they're chit-chatting.
Chat-chitting.
Chat-chitting, yeah. All right. Who's my third testimonial again? Mike Jeffries?
Yes. I'll be able to handle all this while you're going. Same with the waiting room. Do you have the same thing, like when you try to let someone in, if you're sharing your screen, it freezes a little bit, so you almost need a co-host to let people in? So I'll do the allowances.
Oh. What does that sound?
That's me. I have this like antivirus thing coming up, so.
Oh, that's so annoying.
I have to dismiss it like 15 times in a row, then it goes away.
Yeah. I know what you're talking about. Let's see. Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun.
Like Eric is on, but we're going to save him for later.
Yeah. All right, cool. I promoted the VIVINT promo. All right, let's just let people in.
Cool. Head Metal? You're just going to take it, right? Huh? You're just going to take it and do the countdown and do all that, right?
Yep. all of you on this call. Just super excited to be your first speaker for tonight's event. Welcome to the Rockstar Team training call. My name is Melissa Street, and I have been a part of this incredible company for 8 years now. I'm a regional vice president and Circle of Champions member with this company. And I can't wait for you guys to learn more about who we are and what we do. You know, you've got a great lineup of trainers here tonight, so I encourage you guys, grab a notebook, grab a pen. I know that we only can absorb so much information, so it'd be great for you guys to kind of take some notes. You'll get a chance to hear from some incredible leaders on their testimonials of what they've done with this business thus far. And so with that being said, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm actually going to play a quick 2-minute video to give you guys a little background on who ACN is. I really encourage you guys to pay attention to how long we've been in business for, what is it that we're actually offering, and do you know anyone using any of the things that we offer? After the video, I'll probably spend about 8 or 10 minutes breaking down to you a little bit more about the concept, and then shortly after that, you're going to be prepared to have a training, a great training from a couple of individuals, regional vice presidents and regional directors as well. So with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and share my screen, play a quick video. Everyone, if you could do me a big favor, when the video does come on, give me a thumbs up so I know that the audio is coming through on your end. So don't give me a thumbs up yet, okay? Be coachable. Wait till the video starts playing. All right, here we go.
Right now, someone is watching TV, shopping online, sharing on social media, scrolling a news feed, cooking, turning on lights, texting, paying with a credit card, and someone is definitely making a phone call. Now, imagine earning income through your very own business every time a customer pays a bill for services they're already using anyway. With ACN, you can. With a 27-year track record of success, ACN is the largest direct seller of telecommunications, energy, and essential services in the world. Today, we operate in 27 countries and have offices throughout North America, Europe, Latin America, Asia, and the Pacific. We're constantly evolving our portfolio of products to stay ahead of what millions of consumers and businesses need and use every day. Now, ACN has added identity theft protection through IDSeal to its suite of essential services. Thanks to ACN's innovative mindset, we're just getting started, and the world is taking notice. Inc. magazine also recently recognized ACN as a private titan, a designation reserved for the largest and most iconic privately held companies in the world. This is your opportunity to establish your very own ACN business, offering the essential services that people and businesses already use every day, and an opportunity to get paid every time they pay a bill for these services. It's your life. Imagine earning an income on your own terms. That's what ACN is all about, and now you can be a part of it.
All right, so who is ACN? We started in 1993. We've actually become the world's largest direct seller for telecom, energy, and other essential services. Like I said, been in business for 27 years strong. We're in all 50 states and 27 countries, so don't limit yourself to who you know locally. I know we have a couple of Australians on this call here. Earlier today, I did a presentation and got a new business partner that lives in Qatar, but originally from Virginia. So guys, think outside the box. Don't just think about your local zip code. There are no territorial restrictions here. And we did over $4 billion in sales over the last 5 years and growing. So what do we do? What does ACN do? What do we as independent business owners do on behalf of ACN? Well, we're connectors. We're connecting people with services that they need and use every single day with companies they're already familiar with. Companies like Verizon, DirecTV, Dish, Spectrum. How many of us, by a show of hands, have ever heard of these companies before? How many of us have heard of these companies? See, I found so much comfort knowing that I didn't have to try to convince my friends to buy a no-name brand or Melissa Street TV. Everyone was already familiar with AT&T or Spectrum. And not only that, it's services that they're already using. See, I wasn't interested in trying to convince my friends to buy inventory for me. Does that make sense? So I love that these are things that people are already using, like cell phone service, high-speed internet and bundles, television, natural gas and electricity, security and automation, payment processing, identity theft protection. How many of us know some people that pay these bills? How many of us hope that's the dumbest question I ask? Like, come on, the homeless guy down the street pays a cell phone bill. I know that for a fact. Everyone has a cell phone, right? So I love, again, these are things that people are already using. Not only that, but ACN always finds a way to give back to the community. So we've actually had this charity for many years now. It's called Project Feeding Kids. And basically when a customer is acquired, a meal gets donated to a child. So I'm really proud to say and proud to represent a company that over the last 2.5 years alone, ACN was responsible for feeding 3.5 million children right here in the United States. They also have this charity all across the globe, Canada, Australia, Asia, and so forth. So I just love the global impact that we can make, even though it might seem like it's just a business that we're creating for our own family. Now, what makes us stand out? See, most companies, they spend a lot of money on advertising just to get in front of the customers. At ACN, our business model is a direct-to-consumer concept. It's relationship marketing. See, this part was great because ACN basically told me I did not have to change who I was. How many of us have ever referred our friends to our favorite restaurant? You know, how many of us have ever told, actually, women, we do this a lot. We're always telling people to do something, right? We're always saying, do this, try that, eat here, don't go there. We're always referring people to things all the time. We just don't normally get paid for it. At ACN, it's that same concept, but when you connect services, when you set up that referral with all those services I just mentioned, ACN will pay you commissions for doing so, and your customer's happy because, again, it's services that they need and with companies they're already familiar with. So it's a business opportunity, and I love that in today's time, this virtual business is available at such a low startup cost. See, for $199 to get started and a $25 monthly support fee for your maintenance, that's all it takes to start your live online business. ACN takes care of everything for you. They do all the customer service, all the billing, all the tracking. They take care of all the headache stuff to run a traditional business without the traditional cost. I promise you, if you went to Google online right now and you looked up how much it would cost to start a DirecTV franchise or an AT&T franchise, it would be right up there around the tens of thousands to hundreds of thousands of dollars. So what I love is we get to be a participant underneath the ACN umbrella and be able to play in the big level. Now, here's what I love about this. This is why experts are calling us the Amazon of essential services. How many of us are guilty for shopping on Amazon? How many of us have shopped on Amazon today? Every day, right? We're always buying things. So again, we're so used to buying things online. It's a daily habit to the point. So ACN has created a website. The great part about this is you don't have to hire a graphic designer. You don't need to hire IT support. It's already been created for you. The infrastructure's there. All the services are already embedded onto your personalized ACN storefront. And through a click of a button, people can shop for services that they need. And every time they do so, you make money. So here's how we make money. The first way is through customer acquisition bonuses. It's upfront money. It's a great opportunity, especially right now when a lot of people are hurting financially, to create another source of income. So at any particular week or any particular month, if you go out and get 3 services connected, refer 3 services, you'll make a $75 bonus. 5 services connected is $200, 8 services is $400, 11 services $600, and it's an additional $200 for every 3 services referred after that, and it's unlimited. So there's no income cap here. You can make as much money as you want off of bonuses. And when I say services, I'm not necessarily talking about actual physical people, I'm talking about bills. So for example, in my own home, I'm 8. Meaning my husband and I each have a cell phone. We each have identity theft protection. I have home security, TV, internet, electricity here at my home in Connecticut. So that's 8 services. So can everyone see how one person could be multiple services? See, if all I ever did was just referred my own self off of bills I was already going to pay anyway, I'd make an upfront bonus of $400 just for connecting my own services. Now, bonuses are great. Don't get me wrong. It's a great opportunity to make some supplemental income right now. But the main reason why I got involved with ACN 8 years ago was because of residual income. See, I had a background in the insurance industry, and I made great money in the corporate life, but at the end of the day, it was still paycheck to paycheck. You know, God forbid if something happened to my health or the economy, I wasn't financially prepared for anything like that. I had all my eggs in one basket. I did not have multiple streams of income. I did not have a plan B. Residual income immediately motivated me to get involved with ACN because it's doing something one time, but getting paid for over and over and over again. So as you refer these customers, get the service connected, every month when the customer pays their bill, you can earn from 3 all the way up to 20% of a customer's bill month after month, year after year. So think about this for a second. How long do you think we're going to pay a cell phone bill for? Forever, right? I mean, how long do you think we're going to pay an internet bill for, or a TV bill for, or electricity and gas? These are bills that we're going to pay for the rest of our life. So I got so excited, not just at the fact of 20%, I got excited at 3%, because at that moment, 8 years ago, I made 0%, meaning I was already going to pay these bills anyway. So even the idea of making 3% off of bills that me and everyone around me was going to pay for the rest of their life, that was what motivated me to get involved with ACN. Now, what you'll also find is there's a lot of people looking for opportunity. How many of us, by a show of hands, know someone that's been financially impacted because of the pandemic? Whether they're unemployed or underemployed, right? Hours cut back, whatever the case may be. So there's a lot of people looking for opportunity. What if you showed them the opportunity of ACN? What if this is what they've been praying for? What if this is something they've been looking for? See, if you introduce them to ACN and they like it and they get involved, what's happening is you're ultimately starting your team. You're starting to build yourself a business, a team. And when they go out there and get customers for their own personal gain, ACN will pay you an overriding residual income of 4% off of your team's customers' bills. And not only that, you'll also make upfront bonuses of $50 all the way up to $300 every time a new person joins your team and refers their first couple of services in. So not only will they make a bonus check, but so will you, which basically our compensation plan in a nutshell is you only make money by helping your team make money first. And the only way your team makes money is by helping people get in a position to make residual income so everyone makes money together. So really your next steps is just a matter of getting started. There's an incredible support system. You know, we've been the #1 team for 13 years in a row now, not 1 year, not 2 years, but 13 years in a row because of our system. So I can't wait for you guys to learn about that system, but you're in business for yourself, but not by yourself. And speaking of that, we actually have a couple individuals that are on this call here that I want you guys to hear from them, just a little bit about their background. You know, what you'll get a chance to hear is, you know, what they do for a living, how long they've been in ACN, how many customers they have. So the first individual I'd like to have share, he's all the way out in the western parts of Australia. He's a regional director in ACN, and that's Ruffy. So Ruffy Lanar, if you don't mind, share a little bit about yourself.
Thank you very much, Melissa Street, for this opportunity. Hi guys, good morning, because I'm in WA, Western Australia, 7 a.m. here. Good evening in the US, wherever you call. Outside of ACN, I am a mechanic. Originally from Philippines, I'm working as a mechanic for almost 38 years. Me and my wife been with ACN for a short period of time. We managed to acquire a position of regional director. See, all my life, I only fix cars. My wife take care of the old people as a caregiver. But with the amazing training, the support, a simple system of ACN, we have now 927 customers, and we are a regional director of this company. Thank you very much for this opportunity again.
Thank you so much for calling in from Australia. As you guys can see, no territorial restrictions. Wow, look at all the love and support. Everyone's clapping. Oh my gosh, I want to clap now. Great job. I love that. Well, thank you very much for being on this call. We also have another regional director also dialing in from the Australia marketplace. Australia is a great opportunity there. There's a lot of incredible leaders there. So if you know it in Australia, go ahead and expand your ACN business there. But Fatima Weaver, we'd love to hear a little bit about your background as well.
Thank you so much, Melissa. Like, absolutely, you know, hand it back to your leadership. Really appreciate what you're doing for all of us. My name is Fatima Weaver. I'm originally from New Zealand, and my husband and I moved here to Sydney, Australia, looking for opportunities, but we've got the rude shock of 9 to 5 is not an opportunity. You know, we came across this business. We were looking for something, plan B on the side, and it has been absolutely a blessing, because as an events coordinator, and losing all my business this year with the pandemic, ACN has been able to, you know, be our plan A when it was our plan B. We are regional directors in the company at the moment. We've got 135 business partners, over 1,000 customers. And, you know, it wouldn't have been possible if it wasn't for the training, the support that we got from ACN and the Rockstar system that we've got here. Thank you so much, Melissa, and I want to hand it straight back to you.
Well, thank you very much. Yes, a virtual round of applause for Fatima. Appreciate you both. So let's bring it back to the United States. Don't you love this platform? We can go from international to domestic. So let's bring it back to the United States here. We also have another phenomenal regional director, Mr. Billy Lithicum. I'd love for you to share a little bit about yourself.
Hey, Melissa, hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, so like I said, my name is Billy Linthicum. I own the internet installation company here in the Waco, Texas area. Saw ACN about a year and a half ago now. I currently have about 247 business partners and a little over 1,500 customers. But like you're hearing, it's just couldn't done without the training and support we have with the Rockstar system, and it's great. So, Melissa, appreciate everything you do. Throw back to you.
So, Billy, how many customers do you have again?
A little over 1,500 currently.
And how long have you been with ACN?
Year and a half.
Year and a half and 1,500 customers, you guys. So great job, Billy. Appreciate your leadership. So you guys, as you can see, we all come from different walks of life. That was one of my biggest takeaways when I took a look at this opportunity 8 years ago. I was 22 years old, never owned a business before in my life when I took a look at this opportunity, and I found so much comfort in seeing that there's no perfect resume here. Doesn't matter what your background is, doesn't matter your race, your religion, what country you live in, it does not matter. What matters is right here, and just taking a hold of this opportunity and running with it and following the leadership that is available. You know, we have an incredible support system. Like I mentioned, we've been the #1 team for 13 years in a row, guys. So you could have been invited to ACN and take a look at this business by anyone, but you got invited by the #1 team. So get ready. You're actually about to watch a really great training. I encourage you guys to get back to the person that invited you onto this call and let them know what category do you see yourself falling into. And here's what I mean by that. A category #3 person, because I believe everyone does have a place in ACN. A category #3 person is someone that didn't see a business opportunity for yourself, but you want to support your friend, be a customer, and send referrals. You know, it wasn't for you, but maybe you know someone that this could be something that they need, that they create some supplemental income. So that's category 3 person. Category #2 is you want to learn a little bit more about exactly how this works. Well, get ready. You're going to get that training right now. And a category #1 person is you're ready to get started. You're ready to get your ID number activated. So make sure we take care of that once this event ends, because it takes less than 5 minutes to get your ID number activated. So with that being said, I'm going to turn the call over to a phenomenal regional director. He's on his way to regional vice president in ACN. I've had the pleasure of knowing this gentleman for the last couple years now. We've actually done some live events. See, prior to Zoom technology and prior to COVID-19, we used to have to ride our horses to training, and we wrote our training notes on rocks, right, with stones. I'm just kidding. No, I'm not that old, guys. I'm only 30. But, you know, Michael and I have gotten a chance to work together on several projects. He's a phenomenal leader from New York. So get ready. You're going to get some New York style training right now. And that's Regional Director, Mr. Michael Arrick. Thanks so much for your training, sir.
No problem. Can everybody hear me? Okay, great. I'm excited to be here. Guys, there's no place I'd rather be than teaching the Rockstar system. But let's first give it back to the individual that was speaking, that just put that just did the presentation. I mean, she's a regional vice president platinum going on her way to senior vice president. So you're listening to somebody that's very powerful, speaks on the national calls, and I watched her grow into who she is and just getting better and better and better and better. And I just said, you know what, I got to get there too. So she's one of the reasons why I am where I am today, because of her and her team and everything else, because she's only an hour and a half away. So I can go right to the train. I used to drive an hour and a half to go to the training just to get in a room in front of her, to bring people in front of her, because I knew that they would take it to the next level. So Melissa, Jeffrey, and everybody in the Connecticut marketplace, thank you very much. Thank you. Guys, I'm nobody special. I'm just a real estate agent in New York and Florida, and I just decided I had to do something different, okay? I just was tired of watching houses get sold and never getting paid again. And when the real estate broker came to me, the broker, and he said, Mike, do you look for other ways of making money? and he showed me that video. Something clicked upstairs. Okay. And I said, you know what? I got to take this. I'm going to take this all the way. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to teach you about customers. Okay. Customers is the most important part of this business. Okay. Now understand this. Customers is what we do. Okay. It's a part of the business. There's only two things you need to do here. Get customers and build a team. And I cannot wait for you to hear from the person that's going to be teaching you about a team, because he's done it. I watched this guy drive miles. So what I want to do is I want to talk about customers. Okay. Customers is very important. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to share the slide. Share the slides. Okay. All right, this is the hardest part of the business, guys, just so you know. Used to be the TV, now it's the slides in your own living room. Whoever thought that would happen? So here we are. So customer acquisitions. Let's start making money today. You're not going to make any money here if you don't get qualified. What's qualified? It's a 48-hour goal, okay? We're going to get you CQ. You're going to hear that word. That word's very important in this business, okay? And we're going to go out and we're going to get 2 other people that are going to teach you, that are going to help you get, going to get CQ under you. And then you're going to get another CQ. What's going to happen is you're going to introduce the business to 2 people, and then you're going to get them qualified. And then what's going to happen here is you're going to get 3 services and 7 points as very quickly. Okay. Very quickly. Okay. And then 2 services and 12 points is going to get you $75. So we want to get you qualified as quickly as possible. Okay. That is the main goal, because if you're not qualified, you're not making any money. As Mike Mazer calls it, our senior vice president who invented this whole system, it's a 911 situation. Okay. We have to get you qualified, and that's by getting you 2 business partners. Now, how are we going to get these customers? The source of customers. You're going to get no's from people coming to your business that are going to say, you know what, I'm not interested. Great, be my customer. Then they're going to be your customer. People that you do business with. Does it just make sense if you're going to do business with them and make their bank account large, that they're going to help you in your business, in your dreams, and your whys? Well, that's how it works, okay? So ask for them to do business with you, all right? And family and friends, which is only very simple. Favor, why, help, okay? And try. What is it? Yeah, favor, why, help, and try, okay? That's our motto, okay? Ask for a favor, tell them your why, okay? And then ask for help. Say, I'm looking for, so what you say is, listen, I need a favor. I'm building a business and I'm looking for some people. Let me tell you my why. I have a dream. I have desire to do things that nobody else is willing to do. So I need a little help. Can you try my service? Can you try my service? It's not going to cost you anything to try my service. Guys, when I first started doing this, I realized that I didn't follow this script and I didn't get any customers. And then when I started following the script, bingo, it just started happening. Okay. Now you also got to train yourself. Okay. Because you're coming in here with your same knowledge, everything that you knew. And now you have to train yourself to take the business to the next level, because guess what? You're going to be training other people. Monica Bernardino, a regional director in the company working towards regional vice president, she told me one day out in Dallas that you need to be prepared because you're going to be building a team. I'm like, what team? I don't have a team here. Well, you're going to be building a team someday and you need to be trained. So train yourself first. And that's when I started paying attention. Okay. Now think like a business owner, train yourself. Like we just talked about, who will you listen to? Who are you hanging out with? Start listening to, very positive information. You agree the world is going through some changes today, which we all live in, we all know about, okay? But listen, there's other things going on too. Like, powerful books like Think and Grow Rich, like Straight Talk through, things that will take your business to the next level, okay? Build belief. You got to have the belief, period, because people see that. You got to believe in it. As Patrick Mazer calls it all the time, you have to be obsessed, okay? Getting paid on your own services. Does that just make sense? You've been paying bills all the time. Every month, you've been paying these bills for the 3, 4 years, 20 years, 30 years, whatever it is, and never got paid on any of those bills. It's time to start to get paid on your own bills, okay? And then have the necessary tools for success. Now, what does that mean? Have the computer, have the notebooks, have everything ready to go. Because think about it, if you're going to go buy a pizza place, you're going to go buy an oven, You're going to go buy a register. You're going to go buy, and get employees. You're going to have to learn what workman's comp is. I mean, headaches after headaches. And guess what? They ain't coming to work. Here, you're just buying items to provide you the future in this business, okay? So you come prepared for success, okay? Now, let's talk about the personal customer acquisition bonuses, okay? 3 services and 7 points, or 2 services and 12 points, okay? 5 services and 10 points will get you $200. That's what I got my whole team focused on. Why? You're in business for free. There's no debt here. Now you can take it to the next level. There's no paying off loans and payments and 10-year this, 10-year that. None of that, okay? $200. 8 services and 16 points, it's $400. 11 services is 22 points, is $600. And every 3 services, you're going to get 6 points, okay? Every 3 services, you're going to get 6 points, which is going to get $200, okay? But let's focus on the 5 and the 10 because you're going to see why in a couple minutes. Now, our 48-hour goal is to become customer, remember that word, CQ? CQ, customer qualified, ASAP, 911, period. Host a Zoom meeting. You're 1 Zoom away from an explosion in your business, okay? So we have to learn, and you're gonna learn that with the next individual, a powerful guy. You're gonna hear everything you need to know about that Zoom meeting, okay? And then leadership training. Once I went to a leadership training, I snuck in one time and I couldn't stop going. I was like, oh my God, that's the information I need. That's it. And they told me, you can't come. What do you mean I can't come? He's like, you're not you. I just let you in just to get a little taste. Well, I tasted. I need to get back in there. What do I got to do? And I went and got qualified. I did what I got to do to get in there. This is where we pull the curtain back. This is where we teach you things that you need to know to take your business to regional director and regional vice president and senior vice president, okay? And you got the top guys in the company teaching you this information, okay? And get your first check. That's a belief check. You know what my check was? $39.95. I still got it on my wall next to my bed. It ain't $39.95 no more, guys, okay? So it just grows, okay? And grows and grows and grows. So have that check. That check is so important, okay? Now, let's talk about the services, okay? Let's talk about the residential and business services. I'm going to focus on 4 main services, okay? Because these services are lucrative and they're easy to get. Let's talk about IDSeal. 2 points and monthly, okay? This is just points. I'm going to break down the customers in a couple minutes, okay? So just hang on. These are the points. 2 points is monthly, 4 points is quarterly, and 8 points is annual, okay? It just makes sense to do annual. Why? Because that's a tool that it's a sales tool. You don't have to go get employees. You don't have to get payroll. You don't have to, buy anything else. You just got to buy that because now you can show the world, okay, what I have, okay? Then electric and gas. If you're in 19 different states, you're going to talk about electric and gas. That's 1 and 2 points. Business is 2 points. Residential is 1 point. Home security is 8 points, which is VIVINT home security. I'm going to go over that, okay? And then payment processing is 3 points, which is a company called Spear, all right? And then wireless, flash wireless with Sprint and Verizon is 1 to 6 points, okay? And then internet is 1 to 2 points, and you can see all the names below of what, who they are. And then television, we just added AT&T TV, okay? Very excited about that. It's an internet TV, okay? You can see all the services that we have TV. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna break it down. Home security, 8 points. Bottom right. IDSeal quarterly is going to be 4 points. That's customer qualified very quickly. Much easier to get qualified by yourself, guys, than go out and talk to 1,000 people, okay? Just get qualified very quickly. Move that to the next level. Move the pin, move more closer to the regional director level where everything changes, okay? And then IDSeal is 2 points. Gas is 1 point. Electric's 1 point. Those are very easy to get. And then you're going to get the 5 services and 10 points, which you're going to get a check for $200, okay? So it's just 2 ways that you can go ahead and get that done. The person that you're working with is very knowledgeable, is going to help you get it done, okay? Your success is their success. They don't go anywhere without helping you, all right? Now, let's talk about electric and gas, okay? You can see the states here, 19 different states, okay? Residential and small business and medium business, customers must sign up by themselves, and utility still stays, the utility bill stay with the utility, and we just service and services the customer. We don't do anything. All we do is it's just a little spot on the bill where it says that we go. So a lot of people ask, oh, am I going to get a different bill? Am I going to have to call? No, none of that. We take care of it all. It's called Zoom Energy, XOOM. It's not the Zoom you're on, okay? Zoom Energy, okay? And we also have ZoomExtras.com where we have a rewards program, okay? That's very powerful too. Now, think about this. There's 19 different states that can go ahead and provide this, okay? And a lot of the energy is spent on the eastern side of 95, Interstate 95. So if you're part of that, guess what? You got yourself a gold mine. So go after it, okay? Now, let's talk about the $25 gift card for the month of August alone. After 2 months of service, 2 months, you're gonna get a check, a credit, an e-gift, a gift card that you can put anywhere, per account that you could spend anywhere, okay? All right, that we never had that. I never had that. So that's something nice that you can have, okay? Now let's talk about VIVINT Home Security, okay? That's 8 points. It's very easy. We have a direct sales number you can call. Take a picture of this, okay? Save it, put the number down. Also get a hold of your regional director, senior vice president, whoever you're working with. They have probably a connection that could be a direct connect, okay? I love this service because when I was living in Dallas, Texas, I could find out if my mother was okay. I could find out if she was walking and, my brother used to tell me all the time, I'm checking on the cats. I said, no, you're not, because you didn't go there, okay? So we have a doorbell camera. We have a thermostat. We have, garage door openers. We have an element tester for the basement. I mean, it doesn't just make sense that you can control your own home from your phone, wherever you are, right? And it's a sales tool. You're going to be able to show people wherever you go exactly what, how it works, because it just makes sense to have your services. If you don't have it and you think you're going to go out and sell this to other people and just provide the service to other people, the first thing they're going to ask you is, how's it work? What's the customer service like? Can you show me? No, hang on, let me get my buddies. No, it doesn't work. To be like, no, I'm not interested. So you have to have, this is just another sales tool in the pocket, okay, in your toolbox. All right, so take a picture of that. Now, identity protection. Let's talk about this, okay? The first time I went to go sell this service, I went to my mother, actually. I said, Mom, I need you to buy IDSeal. She goes, for what? I said, because you need to have it, because they said you need it, and it's just important, and it's gonna benefit me and everything I'm doing. She's like, I don't need it. I don't need to spend an extra money per month. And I went back home and I studied it and I learned it and I got all this information in my head. And this is right here. This is why you need this information. 2019 alone, 3,800 data breaches exposing 1.4 billion records. Experts say by 2023, 6 trillion will be stolen from victims through identity theft. Customers will spend $1 trillion on identity theft protection, and 50% of all children under the age of 18 will have their identity stolen. So think about that. And how do you even know right now that your information is being sold on the internet 10 minutes ago? The dark web, it's called. You don't know, So for $1 a day, $1 million coverage deductible, and a $1 a day, $1 million coverage, and a zero deductible, does it just make sense to have it? Now, this is another sales tool, okay? Now, let's talk about the plans we have. We have Platinum Plan, okay? That's just one adult. The monthly plan is $28.99 a month. That's 2 points. The quarterly plan is $79.99 a quarter, and you're saving $10. So that's 4 points towards your promotion. And then I call the best one, the one that just makes sense, that you're saving 2 months for $289. It's the best value, and it's a sales tool that you can use. You can go in your back office. You can show them what you're being protected. You can show them that social media just got hit by you. Your credit, they're monitoring your credit. And I show people all the time. I go in my back office all the time to try to sell this. Not sell it, but just show them what I'm getting provided. Now, Platinum Plus plan, which is one adult up to 10 children. Okay? Now, that monthly plan is going to be $34 a month, $34.99 a month. That's 2 points. the quarterly plan is $95.99 for the quarterly plan, and you're going to save $10. That's 4 points. And then the year plan, that just makes sense to have your own service, because if you want to sell, I get paid on 125 of these things, guys, and I only have one. So does it make sense that you need to have it? Yes, the answer is yes. Okay, so that's $349 a year. Okay, and trust me, it's also a write-off too towards your business, because you own your own business. Okay, from your own living room. Okay, by getting So now what we're going to do is 8 points, 8 points. Okay, 8 points towards your promotion. I mean, big, guys. Michael Mazer and Pat, when they did this 17 years ago, there was one service and 1 point. So think about how fast you can grow here in the points. Every point counts. Now let's talk about AT&T TV. This is a brand new service that we just got. I'm learning about it every day. I just ordered it myself, and we're going to talk about the different plans that it has. Now, this is an internet TV. You need internet, and you can go out and purchase this once you go on your website. Okay, extra and ultimate package is 3 points, and that's an August promotion. Just for August is going to be 4 points. Choice package is 2 points, which is the August is going to be a promotion, is going to be 3 points. And then the entertainment package and international is 1 point, and that's 2 points for the month of August. Now, think about this. Does it just make sense to have it? Yes. Does it make sense to, have the service? I don't know much about it, but a lot of people are starting to get it, and I'm getting excited about it. Okay. Now, what's going on with my camera? Okay. Okay. So that's $49.99 a month, but different plans are different, plans. So you got to go in your back office. You got to play around with it, and you got to see how it works. Get a hold of your regional director. Somebody can help you out with it. Okay. Now, okay, so you're going to get 2 to 4 points for these services of AT&T, and they're giving back $100 for every AT&T customer. Okay, so does it just make sense now to make $100 towards your, you get the 4 points, but you're also getting $100 back too. Take advantage of the new offer. AT&T TV, guys. I mean, there's businesses closing down. I mean, the whole world's going through what they're going through, and we're opening up countries and we're adding services. They just made it a lot more easier for you to get where you want to go in this position for the next position in the company. Let's talk about this again, just so you understand it. Create your story today. That story you're going to be using to go through the whole entire company of ACN, because the first thing somebody's going to ask you, have you made any money at that thing? And you can say, yes, I have. Yes, I have. You keep doing what you're doing, and I'm going to keep doing what I'm doing, and I'll see you at the end, the top of the mountain. 5 services with a minimum of 10 points. Very quickly, ASAP. Remember, 911. $50 for every directed CQ. So again, $50 for every directly sponsored CQ. Okay? Okay, I'm going to stop sharing the screen. And I'm going to bring up the next individual that's going to teach you about building a team. There's nobody better to teach you about building a team. You know why? Because I watched this individual leave Ohio or wherever, Pennsylvania, and I seen him in his car doing, meetings. I didn't know where he was going. I didn't know what he was doing, but he found a leader down in Atlanta, Georgia, and he started working with him. Now that was before the COVID. Okay. That was before we had, so he was in the car driving miles, sleeping at people's houses. I told just recently a business partner, yeah, he stayed at the guy's house. What? Yeah, that's what we used to do. So this guy's a servant leader. He's a regional vice president. I watched it happen through my whole eyes. And I just understand that this guy is going to teach you how to build a team. This is the most important part of this business, because if you can't build a team here, you're not going to be here long. You have to know how to build a team, and take notes, record, whatever you need to do. Take the information and really understand it, because once you can teach it, then you know it. And I want to introduce you to Noah Brandy. Thank you, Noah, for being here.
Thank you, Michael. Let's give Michael a virtual round of applause. Did a great job. Regional director, number 2 in the team, guys. I mean, he's on fire these past few months. Today, we were just talking. I was so excited when we asked him to be able to do customers tonight. He was fired up. He said, Noah, do you know I put in my organization and together put in like 600 customers just in the month of April. I said, that's amazing, guys. I mean, if you're on the call here today and you've been in ACN for a little bit of time, you know how powerful that number is. And if you're brand new, just believe us. It's a big number for a month. So congratulations, Michael. Let's give another round of applause. Did a great job on the customer acquisition. What I did, and he said a lot of great things about me, but why I did what I did prior to COVID to help those people have success was because I knew if I got my team paid, that they'd stay around longer, right? And then comes the next check, and then comes they're helping people get paid. So he taught you how to get paid, getting customers. It's so important. And there's two things that if we get off this call here and in the next 30 minutes, we get off the call and you're like, okay, what do I do? Then we did something wrong, right? So here's what you do. If you're not signed up, you sign up, number one, but you want to get the 5 services in 10 points, just like Mike taught. And I'm going to teach you how important it is to have your first Zoom meeting this week, because there's an event coming up on Friday that I'm going to end this call with, and I'm going to build up to it because it is that powerful, that impactful. You know, my dad went and saw this gentleman speak at a national convention for ACN, and my dad's very hard to impress. He's almost 70 years old, and when this guy got on stage, I saw tears rolling down my dad's eyes because he just speaks to your heart and soul. The guy that, you know, you'll hear me talk about him later in the training, but to get there, you have to at least be customer qualified. So why not shoot for the 5 services in 10 points as you're, while you're doing it? And you have to have had a Zoom meeting this week. So those 2 things have to be done, and you can get on that call on Friday night. So I'm going to dive in on the team building side of it because just like Mike said, you know, this is such an important part of this business. So 1 second here. Got you a couple slides ahead. Perfect. All right. So building the team. I mean, I love sports. I miss them. I mean, I know they're back, but I kind of feel like if you're not there and there's no crowds, it's just not the same, me personally. But, you know, I'm from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, engineering background. I love hockey, and we're already out of those playoffs. I love baseball, and the Pirates have the worst record in all of baseball. And we don't have an NBA team. So I'm just keeping my fingers crossed that NFL can happen. But, you know, I love the aspect of building the team. I love watching the draft. People don't watch the draft. I feel like I watch the draft. Why? Because I want to see who's in the pipeline for my Steelers, my Pittsburgh football team. So same thing here in ACN. If you're going to build a team, do you want to draft 15 kickers? Or are you going to load up on, the best players at the best positions that are necessary for your team to be successful? So I'm going to teach you kind of the steps that we're going to take to help you build that team through our #1 system. But we want you to take notes. And, first and foremost, I want to go over, re-review the August bonus that's on the table. So why the 5 and 10 is so important is because it's right here. So for those that join in August, they have 30 days to accomplish this. Okay, so they don't have till the end of August. They have 30 days. Okay, so 5 services and 10 points gets them the $200. Then if their team, it has to be at least 1 person. I know it's showing 4 people on the screen here, and you'll see value in that on the next screen. But at least 1 person in their organization, and a total of 30 points from the team, ACN's throwing an additional $300 on the table for that specific bonus. But here, I'll take it another level. Here's you. 5 services and 10 points get you that $200. Congratulations. Here's the team, right? These 4 individuals that join your organization in your first 30 days, because they get customer qualified, you're getting a $50 bonus from every single one of them. So that's an additional $200. So you see how it's really a grand total of $700 to get this done. And that's that story that, Michael was talking about. And it's so important to have that story because just like Michael said, people will ask you day 30, day 60, day 90, day 120 and beyond in the business. Well, what did you do in your first 30 days? And if you can say, I did this, what's shown on the screen right here, that's an inspiration. That's, 2.5 times your investment, 3.5 times your investment. I'm a former engineer, guys. ACN got me to walk away from that. So math is starting to get foggy for me, but 3.5 times your investment. So, I love the fact that ACN puts this money on the table on top of all the, the bonuses that come for just signing up for a service, that Mike was talking about. So there's a lot of income that you can build this story with, but let's go out and create this exact story. So take a picture of this. I encourage you to redraw this out on your own and draw 4 circles. And let's fill those circles in this week from your meeting. And your meeting is going to be called a PBZ. That's a private business Zoom. Okay, private business Zoom. And we want you to set a date that works for you and your schedule. Don't pull the audience, right? So I have people that joined my team. One individual in particular said, well, I can't do Wednesday night because that's the church night, and I can't do Thursday because that's bowling night. I said, is that for you? Like, you physically are going to be at those places? He said, no, the people that I want to invite are going to be at bowling at church. I said, does one of those 2 days work better for you than the other days? He said, absolutely. Thursday works better for me. I said, let me teach you how to invite the person to come and take a look at this. Because listen, you saw Melissa do a tremendous job on the presentation. That was 15 minutes. If the guy's got to put the bowling league on pause for 15 minutes, sit up at the top, crowd around a couple cell phones and play and listen to the presentation, can we agree with Zoom, there's no limitations anymore? I had someone that used to always use the excuse of, well, I can't make it to your living room meeting because I have a kid's ball game. I can't leave my kid's ball game. Guess what? We're coming to the kid's ball game now. Zoom has an app, folks. So here's what I love about this. Schedule if it works for you, and then make a list of 100 names and numbers, and don't prejudge. Do not prejudge. Put everything down, and you may look at that name, that 100 number, and it might shock you, and you might say, wow, I don't know if I know 100 people. I want you to start with your phone, and you probably have more than 100 people in your phone. And your phone did not come pre-programmed with those 100 names and numbers plus, right? So put them down. And then I want you to highlight the folks you see here below. These are those top draft picks that I was telling you about when I started out, right? So we're here, we're the Pittsburgh Steelers, we're scoping out the draft. We need a quarterback. We're going to go after a business owner. Why? A quarterback in ACN is a business owner, a top producing business owner. Why? Because right now, who's hurting? Small business owners. I just ate lunch today. A woman owned 3 restaurants. She bought all 3 restaurants in December of last year. Think about that. What happened after December? Pandemic. I mean, she was breaking the rules while we were there. She had, people crowding in, and it wasn't as broken, spread out as it should be, but she said, I have to keep the doors open. I can't blame her. I mean, it is what it is, but she was complaining about her TV bill. She was complaining about the fact that she doesn't have credit card processing. It was music in my ears. I'm chewing on a cheeseburger like, oh yeah, you're in trouble. I'm going to talk to you at the end of this. And I did, and I got her contact info, and she's excited to start out with, energy at least out of the gate. So business owners have something to compare this to, and most business owners spend more than $199 to start their business, okay? So put down any business owners, anyone that you spent money with them, put it down. Your barber, your hairstylist, your accountant, your favorite restaurant, you probably know the owner that you go to, put that down. Network marketing experience, anyone that's invited you maybe in the past to their house or to a hotel or maybe to one of these meetings. And they're just trying to, obviously sell you a product they're excited about. Here's what I love is if it comes to the end of the month and I have to choose to pay my electric bill or pay for my supplements that may or may not be working, I haven't really noticed a difference, right? I'm going to pay for my electric bill. So nothing against those companies. They all work. They all have their own niche. But can we agree that electricity, cell phones, and internet is not a fad, right? This is going to be around for a long time. So put them down on your list. Real estate professionals. Guys, 60% of my organization is real estate professionals. 60%. When Michael talked about that individual that came in out of Atlanta, Georgia, yeah. He took me from being in 5 states to 41 states in a matter of 30 days. And that was pre-Zoom. So that was physically getting in cars and planes and traveling and getting there, right? So put down real estate professionals because this literally goes hand in glove. And it's just a great addition. Take it from me, my wife and I, we have a few dozen rental units in the Pittsburgh area. Our tenants are our customers in ACN. because once again, they got to sign up for these services. So who are they going to get them from? They should get it from the landlord, right? So put that down in everyone else. I like to say hangry people, hungry, angry people. They're hungry for more and they're angry at their current situation. I believe right now there's a lot of people across the world that are angry at their current situation and a lot of people that are hungry. So we can't measure the size of someone's heart. So put them down, okay? But, you know, put an A next to their name on your list, or a star, however you want to do it. And this is how you're going to compile your entire inventory in ACN. This is your inventory, right? We're not going to I don't carry kilowatts and gigabytes in my trunk, right? It just doesn't happen. This is our inventory. It's a list of names. Then for your meeting, we want you to invite and over-invite, because 50% will not show. I love that they told me that 50% will not show. Why? Because I was prepared. So I knew if I wanted 10 people at my meeting, I had to get 20 people to tell me, yes, they'll be there. Okay, so if you want to have a larger meeting, you always got to over-invite. And the size of your meeting will duplicate, good or bad. So if I came on to, let's just say, Ruffy, I came onto your meeting, and not to pick on you, I know you're an absolute beast in what we do here in ACN, but you know, if I get on a meeting for Ruffy and I'm fired up about this business and I want to get started, and there was 2 people in the meeting, me and one other person, and I go and get ready to invite for my meeting, how many people do you think I will be calling to get onto my meeting? 2, right? You can tell me I should get 10, but if I saw it with 2, I'm most likely going to do what I see, not what I'm told, right? So we want you to be the example, not talk about what they should do, right? And we can all change this. If you're on this call and you already had your first meeting, your second meeting, your 20th meeting, you can go out and be this example. I mean, we have regional director, soon to be regional vice president, Janelle Sannon. We have multiple examples of folks who have been in this business for a long time that just went out, made a decision, and threw 40 people into a Zoom. Okay, so here's the great thing about it. 50% won't show, so you know it, be prepared for it, okay? And pack that Zoom out. And here's the language. So if you're working with a executive team leader or regional director or regional vice president, ask them if they have their own script that you can use to invite people on the phone. Now, all of our scripts are the same. They're just maybe tweaked a little bit, but they're all tied into pretty much this skeleton of a script you see here on the screen. So I'm just going to give you a very general one. You know, when you call someone up, you want to, number one, be excited. Guess who's not excited right now? A lot of people. So when you call someone up, we want to be different from the rest, right? 97%, right? 3% control, you know, what does it make? What's it? I think I forget what the numbers are. It's 3% control the, you know, payouts to 97%, right? So here's what I love. In ACN, it's the same thing. So be excited, because most people aren't. So do you look at other ways of making money? If I call you up and I say, hey, do you have a minute? Great. Listen, do you look at other ways of making money outside of what you do? I always add in outside of what you do, because I want to respect what they're doing, right? Most people are going to say yes, or what are you talking about? Now, then you share your why. Short and sweet. My dad can't retire, frustrates me as an adult son, so I started looking for something. You see how it's like 2 sentences? Make sure your why on the invite is short and sweet. My dad can't retire, frustrates me as an adult son, so I started looking. I just realized my 401k turned into a 201k, so I started looking. My business is shutting down or slowing down for the pandemic. My retirement's not steady. I started looking. You see how we just want to make sure that we let them know we kind of want to relate to those people that we're calling. Now, then you talk about the speaker. Let me tell you who I met. I just met an individual that is having massive success, expanding an essential services business. And I'm so blessed to have 30 minutes of his or her time on Tuesday at 6 p.m. to show us exactly what they're doing. I only want to put serious people in front of them, though. So that's why I'm calling you, and I want to know, can I put you down for coming on Tuesday? Short and sweet, right? If I ran that all together, the full invite, it would be 30 seconds. So your total phone calls should be 1 minute to 1.5 minutes tops. That's with them asking you questions. Here's why. Because when they ask you questions, you want to be new. Hey, that's a great question. I don't care what their first question is. It's a great question. I'm new. I have questions as well. You have questions. Why don't we bring them together on Tuesday at 6 o'clock? Short and sweet, right? Now, if they ask me a second question, here's what I say. Listen, You were serious when you said you're looking for other ways of making money, right? You were. Okay, great. Because remember, I'm going to send you a link. You just got to click on it. Give us 20 minutes of your time. Listen to what he's got to say, because I only want to put serious people in front of him. So am I going to save your seat, or am I going to give your seat away to somebody else? Guys, if we keep answering questions, what's going to come next? Another question. And then what's next? Another question. So we want to make sure that we get them from the questions to a yes or a no, and on to the next call. You see how I kind of tied them down to that? Hey, you were serious when you said you're looking at other ways to make money, right? Okay, great. Because remember, I'm going to send you a link. Just want you to plug in and meet this individual. Have a massive success. Spend 20 minutes of your time. And I only want to put serious people in front of them. So am I going to give your seat away, or do you want your seat? Tie them down to it, okay? Now, once they say yes, I'm going to go back to the previous slide. At the bottom here, it says promote PBZ and set up confirmation call. Once they say yes to coming to your Zoom, let them know that they're going to get a call from his office or her office the day of, just to confirm. And it doesn't hurt to ask them if they've used Zoom before, because if they haven't, then we know they're going to struggle the night of, because they're probably not going to click on until it's time to go and try to figure it out. So maybe you want to spend a couple minutes just walking them through, downloading the app, or maybe they want to do it from their computer and you just email them the link. Okay, but the key is short, sweet, excited, urgent. Okay. Now, here's the thing I love, the bottom of this, three-way call. If you keep getting questions, even though you try to use that second response where you try to get them to make a decision, if you keep getting questions, just say, listen, you got a lot of great questions. Let me see if I can get the expert on the phone right now. And then you three-way in whoever's going to be the presenter on that call, or your upline, or, could be your regional director, could be your regional vice president. And then you let us, get them to your meeting. That's simple. Now, the night of your meeting, this is key. Checklist. Take a picture of this. Professional background. Guys, I'm not sitting on top of a ledge. This is a green screen behind me. I spent $79 for the stand and the green screen on Amazon, and I can change the picture anytime I want. So this is an investment, and I'm looking for write-offs anyway for my business. So this is a great write-off. So get that professional background. Make sure your lighting's good. I can't really show you now, but I have a big light, circular light, just on the other side of my computer pointing at me. Why? Because it lightens my face. So these are just little simple things that you can get on Amazon that you can allow you to have a more professional, obviously, presentation. Now, pay attention to the speaker. Don't have distractions. Don't leave the room. Don't sit there and text. Don't turn your video off. Guys, keep the video on, because if you turn your video off, the guests will turn them off. So keep yours on and be intrigued, right? If the speaker says something about, hey, who here can agree with XYZ, you want to be one raising your hand. That's it. Raise the hand. Raise the hand. So Roll the Host, we'll teach you how to introduce the speaker for the night of the event, but we'll prepare you for massive success. Do not worry about that. We will work with you prior to it, so don't be nervous. Your job, schedule the meeting and invite like crazy. Practice that script, though, and then invite like crazy. Okay, so here's one thing I'll tell you about the script. You want to audio record yourself while you're doing the script, because when you hear yourself inviting on an audio recording on our phone, you'll be able to say, hey, would I come to my own meeting? How did I sound? Was I excited? Did I get stammered whenever people started pressing me with questions? So just practice, 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 and that's how you're going to have a big meeting this week. And don't worry about how we're going to sign them up the night of your meeting. You'll learn about this on Friday Night Leadership, but we have a specific way we do it that works to the T. So every working with, we will put them in breakout rooms. We'll get their questions answered. We will sign people up at your meeting. And then also the ones that want to be customers, we can get them signed up as a customer on your Zoom meeting. How amazing is that? So that's what I love about our system. That's what I love about our mentors and Patrick and Michael Mazer, the senior vice presidents, because they pivoted so well, guys. When this pandemic started, they went on the Zoom, and what you're seeing here today is just, it's not the first iteration of it. We made changes throughout the whole process, but everything we're doing is to make it simpler for you. So I love that. Now, schedule that meeting. So let's take a minute here before I wrap up. I want to go into mindset here. for the last 10 minutes and talk about an event we have on Friday. But before I do that, if you do not have a Zoom meeting scheduled right now, please, I want you to text the person that you're working with and say, hey, I'm ready to win. I want to get to that Friday night leadership event this week. Give me Tuesday at 6 p.m. Give me Wednesday at 3 p.m. Give me tomorrow at noon. I mean, can we agree? If you're doing minute calls, guys, you can get off the phone here right now after we're done, and you can put 20 people into a call at noon tomorrow. So make sure you have this meeting scheduled. And now we're going to wrap this up with mindset and events, because the mindset is going to be, at the end of the day, what's going to really truly determine how far you go in the business. Because you can have all the nuts and bolts in this business, but your mind can stop you. Your mind can stop you. So you have to know that when you're in a business, yes, you're in the direct selling industry now. Congratulations, you are in sales. So anyone here before ever say, I'm not a salesman, or I'm not a salesperson, or maybe just thinking that kind of made you feel like, I don't know if I'll be able to do it. I'm not really a salesperson. You're lying to yourself. You're lying to yourself. Here's why. Anyone here have children? Did anyone have to sell their child on maybe vegetables instead of ice cream before? Who won that battle, you or the child? If the child won, yeah, you probably need some work, right? But you know, I know I lost a couple times, but if you sold them on vegetables and you won, you're in sales. Who here is married? Anyone married? Everyone have a spouse? Congratulations. You have to sell your spouse every single day not to divorce you. Who here has ever had a job or has one currently? You have to sell your boss every single day while you're valuable to keep on the payroll. So we're all in sales. But here's the challenge when you get in ACN. People try to sell. Guys, we don't want to sell. We don't want to change our voice around and try to feel like this is how I have to sound. No, we want to have a direct conversation to the people and ask them if they look at other ways of making money. And if they say no, great, next. You know, we can't be emotionally tied to this. Here's a quick pointer that I learned. It took me a little while to learn this in the business, but I love it. The quicker your recovery time is from a no will determine how much faster you can sort. So early on, no's hurt, right? No ever hurt anybody, especially when you first got started. You're like, man, I thought this person was my one. They were going to take me to the promised land, SVP, this one person. And it took a day or two to kind of go through, right? Some of us have been there. Now, if you can have a no hit you, and maybe it crosses your mind for a split second, 2-3 seconds, you're like, oh, well, they're lost. Next. You're going to be able to move faster in this business. You're going to be able to put up numbers like Michael and like Billy and like the folks, Fatima, the folks you're hearing on the call here today, you know, Ruffy. So here's what I love about this. Sorting is fun. Convincing is draining. Anyone ever try to convince someone to do something? Draining, right? Oh my gosh, you're regretting it the whole time. So sort. So my son is 3.5 years old. He loves Toy Story. And he has this Toy Story Woody doll that he loves. And if I told him I got him a new Woody doll, and I walked into a hotel room with him, and there was 100 people in a hotel room sitting down on chairs, and I showed him outside of that hotel room, I got this Woody doll, it's for you, but you have 1 minute to find it, and I'm going to give it to someone, one of these 100 people in that hotel room, and you have 1 minute to find it, or you don't get the doll. How quick do you think my son's going to rip through that room? You got my doll? No. Next. You got my doll? Do you have my doll? Do you have my doll? He's not going to sit there after the first person says, no, I don't have it, and say, are you sure you don't have my doll? Listen, you probably have my doll. Hold on, stand up. Let me look under your seat. Okay, well, open your coat up. You don't have my doll? No, he's sorting. He's on to the next one. So you got to sort that fast in ACN, because there's a lot of hurting people right now. And even with how big our organization's growing, we can't even scratch the surface on how many people are hurting right now. So we got to build a bigger team. We got to get to 20,000 reps a month, and it's only going to happen whenever we're doing it by sorting. Okay, some will, see at the bottom, some will, some won't. So what? Someone is waiting, next. And just move on to the next one. And a no will be a no, or may not be a no forever. And here's what I love about that. I could ask every single leader on this call to unmute themselves and say, hey, tell me a story about someone that told you no at the beginning, but ultimately got in your business. And we all have multiple stories of them. So don't chase them to their car if they tell you no. Don't berate them. Don't say, hey, I saw what you're driving, or, hey, don't do any of that, right? Don't hurt a relationship for a no. Just say, thank you. If you can help me out, you see how passionate I am about this business. If you could help me out and be a customer, I would appreciate it. And then check back in with them 3-6 months. I usually check in once a quarter with them. So guys, ACN's the same for everyone, same for you, same for me. The company's just amazing. Just like, Michael was saying, our mentors built their business on one service that was $17 a month for one customer point, right? So they built their foundation of their business on that. So can we agree? We're a little advanced now. We're a little spoiled. There are network marketing gurus that are rolling over in their graves right now that never got a chance to build a network marketing business on Zoom. There are top people from Avon. Avon's been around for 100 plus years, and Mary Kay and these companies. There are people that killed it early on that never got to experience Zoom that are rolling in their graves. What you have right now, I love when people ask me, how much can I make? Well, how much can I make? I say, I don't know. I don't know. And that's a real answer because I don't know. I mean, we're training nightly, 3 times on Saturdays. I had 3 trainings today, guys. You want one at 10 a.m. Eastern? You got it. You want one at 1 p.m. Eastern? You got it. You want one at 7 p.m. Eastern? You got it. I mean, when we were coming through this, it was once a week. If you were lucky, if we had a training center in your market. So when people ask me, how fast can I go? How big can I make this? I say, I don't know, but I'm ready to run with you. Let's see it. Let's see what the next story is going to be. So we're looking for that next story because nothing's different for you as it is for myself, as it is for Michael, as it is for Melissa, any of the leaders you heard here on the call here today. You are investing in yourself because you're here. So congratulations. Listen, this is Saturday night. This is sacrifice. Let's take a minute here. Everyone give yourselves a round of applause just for taking time out of a Saturday night to learn how to build your business. So, here's what I love about ACN too is we have steps. So attend a quick start training, which you're doing right now. I know we got to change that to 7 p.m. Eastern time, and then a kickoff party. So whoever you're working with, your regional directors or above, ask them when their next kickoff party is and they can direct you to it. Then you want to become customer qualified, like Mike said, and host a PBZ like I was teaching you. So here's why those 2 things are important. If you do both of them this week, you can attend Friday night leadership class. And I'm going to talk about Friday night leadership class here in a minute. And last but not least, we have a Saturday training that's just amazing. ACN puts it on as a company, the corporate, side of it. We have senior vice presidents and regional vice presidents, Circle of Champion members from all over the company are pouring into us 10 a.m. and 1 p.m. Eastern on Saturdays. But here's why I want to take a second. This is the event. Take a picture of this screen, whatever you got to do. Make sure that you're on this event. And here's how you qualify. Become customer qualified and have a PBZ this week. Have yourself a Zoom meeting this week. And here's one thing I'm gonna give you a quick pointer on. Here's what I would do. I would do your Zoom meeting soon. Because if you can do a Zoom meeting on tomorrow or Monday and you sign up 2, 3, 4, 5 business partners and they get on a training like you're on right now, say they sign up on Monday and they get on Monday night's training and they put people in front of this on Wednesday and you have people in your team that also qualify to come to this event, that's how you go fast, folks. It's never about how fast you move. It's about how fast we can motivate and inspire a team to move, right? So this gentleman right here has just changed my direction multiple times in this business. And why? Because he speaks to your heart. I mean, the guy is, be prepared. He's going to slap you around. We're all going to have reality checks on Friday night, but his background's amazing. Guys, he had 150,000 plus people in his organization in ACN. 150,000 plus. Sold his business for tens and tens of millions of dollars. He's going to teach you how to go out and build this business. And, at one point, I think 95% of Europe was in his organization. So guys, you don't want to miss this guy. He's an amazing motivational speaker. He had polio when he was young, was able to fight through that. and went on to win a NIT National Invitational Tournament, National Basketball College Championship with Providence. He's a big man. He's 6'6". He went on. He got a dean of a college. He actually got degrees in psychology, sociology. I mean, just speaks all over the world. I mean, people spend millions of dollars to see this guy. So we have him very special Friday night, 7 p.m. Eastern time. But you got to be customer qualified, and you have to have a Zoom meeting this week. So we all know what we need to do, right? Get customer qualified, get that Zoom meeting happening. And then on the right side of the screen here, you see we already have, 4 people that are getting promoted to regional director. So we're going to have a lot of people that are out here fighting to get there as well. But don't miss this event, guys. I hope I gave you enough time to take picture of this, write down this code. Friday night, once again, leadership class. And then this is the code for Saturdays. So if you want to take a picture of this screen as well, this is every Saturday, 10 a.m. Eastern time, and it's the best of the best. So guys, we're truly, truly blessed. I want to respect everyone's time. Yeah, we did a great job here tonight, man. Let's just give everyone that helped out on the call a round of applause. It's amazing what we have here today. I have my partner in crime, Lisa Oko Brown. She's the regional vice president. She's under the weather, and our team stepped up. That's what we do. There's people that you'll find out in this business, whether they make money off of your success or not, are going to help you, because we know that it's one team, one dream. We know that if we can help our organization get to 20,000 business partners a month coming in as a whole, give me a piece of that, we're going to be in good shape. So, I'm so proud of everyone for getting on a Saturday. I'm so fired up for what's happening this Friday night. You do not want to miss out on this. Remember, it's not just about you getting there. How many people in your organization can you bring with you? So reach out to the person that you're working with, shoot them a text message, say, hey, I want to get customer qualified ASAP, and then shoot them that text message saying, hey, I want my Zoom on this day and this time, and look forward to helping everybody. Everyone have, a blessed rest of your weekend. God bless everybody. Good seeing the Rockstars. Rockstars, stay number one, baby. Rockstars for life. See you guys.